The Fender Player Series Telecaster. How good is it really? Is it the so-called real deal? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo J. Karjalainen. It's good to have you along. Today I'm taking a look at the Fender Player Series Telecaster. That's what I have here. I've been wanting a Tele for quite a while now, and I've tried out a few different budget versions. They've all had something about them that hasn't really that have made them not really my thing. So I went and got a Player Series Telecaster. Now these are not affordable, but they're not terribly expensive either. They're the cheapest of the Fender line. They're made in Mexico and they look promising. This one is available for the positively devilish price of 666 euros, which is around $750, but I suspect they actually go for less in the States due to import charges, but you can let me know in the comments. It comes with an alder body, maple neck, maple fretboard, Alnico 5 pickups, fairly standard stuff. Fender tuners, three-way pickup switch, and tone and volume. Looking at it, it looks just very good. The body looks like it's made from one piece of wood, which is different from, let's say, a Harley Benson. They're usually made of a few pieces of wood just to keep costs down. The neck feels nice, it looks nice. The fret edges don't really feel rounded, but they feel okay. The parts look good. They don't look like the cheap kinds of things that you sometimes get on more cheaper guitars. Yeah, everything looks good. The neck joint, nice and tight. No complaints in terms of looks. But it's all down to sound and feel. So, let's feel and sound away. I'm gonna do some cleanish sounds, some slightly overdriven sounds, and more overdriven sounds. I'm using my Marshall Plexi, which isn't entirely clean. I have delay in the loop, which for some reason gets people all worked up because they can't hear what the gear I'm trying out sounds like. So, here goes. First, neck pickup. It helps if you have the amp turned on. Volume, let's see if it works. Okay, so this plastic bit on the pickup switch instantly came loose, so that's no biggie. So the pickup switch works. Let's tune it a bit. Okay, so I bought this about a month ago, I think, and it's been lying around. We had to, I say we, my guitar luthier friend, had to do a bit of filing on the nut. Everything else was fine, but now when I played it a bit, I noticed that it has a dead note here, or a slightly off one. Should be fine with a bit of setup. I didn't check it before I started doing this, because it was fine earlier. Okay, so how does it feel? Well, that one little dead note there is a bit of a bummer, but I'm sure that can be fixed with a bit of setup. Other than that, it feels very nice and it sounds very good. What can I say? Worth the price? Yes. Could you get a cheaper alternative? Probably. I tried the Squier Classic Vibe Strat and the nut on that was horrible. So bad I actually sent it back. But if you get a good one with a good nut, that could be a slightly more affordable alternative. But if you're willing to splash out a bit more, this is definitely something to take a look at. The Harley Benton Tele that I tried was quite nice. It didn't really inspire. It was too heavy. It was really, if you're going to stand with that guitar, it was way too heavy. This one doesn't feel heavy at all. It's actually fairly light. The plastic bit on the pickup selector keeps dropping, but that's no biggie. Stays in tune fairly well, it seems. Yeah, I'm liking this. Is it the real deal? Well, it certainly feels like if I can just get this one note fixed, it should be no problem. A bit of a bummer that you have to file down the nuts a bit, or the nut slots, because they weren't entirely up to scratch. And that's when you have around the €600 mark or over that. You really expect the nut to be done properly. It wasn't on this one. For me personally, that's no big deal because I know a luthier and he does that stuff for me. But if you don't know a luthier and you have to find one, it'll cost, or you replace the nut, that will cost. It might be that you're good with that kind of thing, you can do it yourself. If that's the case, then this is a very good guitar. If not, try before you buy. But that's true of any guitar in any price range. I had an Ibanez Universe that I paid quite a lot for. Put a link here to how that turned out, and it ended up never really being my guitar. But this feels very nice and I'm going to keep it because I need a Tele on occasion, and this one will definitely more than do the job if I can just get that one note sorted. If you want to watch more of my gear reviews or guitar reviews, there's a playlist here somewhere, and there's a playlist with my music. Please check that out. Click like if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell notification thing, comment, let me know if you have any experience with these or any other good Tele alternatives, and join me on Patreon. You get access to my Guitar Academy, to all of my music. You can even take that stuff for free if you don't like it. There's a link in the description to that. I hope to see you in another video. Take care. Goodbye!